Fantastic. So recording is started. Let me again welcome all of you. Even though most of you know me, my name is Jimmy Jain. Feel free to call me Jimmy, J, JJ, whatever works with you. I'm fine with that. Um, for people who are interacting for the first time, so what we're going to do is I start most of my sessions by doing a quick centering exercise. This is a very short capsule, just 1 hour. And what I would want you to do is, if we have logged in on a first day of 2025, there is something we want our life to become better, or whatever we are doing good, we want to take it higher and upwards. So gently close your eyes wherever you are. Sit comfortably with your backbone straight, feet firmly on the ground, and bring your focus to something which we take for granted, our breathing. Let's consciously breathe in and breathe out 6 times, starting now. Keep your eyes closed and ask yourself, we are checking in into this session today. How are you feeling? What is that one word you can give to that feeling if you have to express? And whatever we're going to discuss, promise to yourself, if not anything, at least one new thing you will certainly implement in 2025. Stay in this thought for the next 10 seconds. You may gently rub your palms, make a nice cup of those palms, put them on your eyes, and gently open the eyes. And let's restart. Namaste, good evening, welcome, and wishing you a very happy new year. A quick recap, even though most of you would know me, but started my career in manufacturing. From manufacturing, moved into the world of sales and marketing. From sales and marketing, moved to the world of learning and development. It's been close to 18 years that I'm in the world of learning and development. Worked across geographies, across countries, across nationalities. Education-wise, I did my PhD in innovation and design thinking. Did my post-graduation from IIM Kozhikode in Kerala here in India. Did a couple of courses from Harvard. And of course, I did my engineering and of course, formal education in the school. Now, part three, I come from north part of India. Currently, I'm based in Mumbai from 2005 onwards. And this is where I'm relaying this live. Uh, and I'm a firm believer of chance and choice. Uh, there are so many people who registered for this program, but you people made a choice to be here. And sometimes not making a choice on a choice is also a choice. So that's what I would say. I was featured in the 100 Global Thought Leaders, how to use neuroscience to become a better leader. I was awarded the Bharati Gyan Ratna Award. August 24, I was featured in the Visionaries for 5 Trillion Economy. I was featured in the Fortune magazine in October 23. And these are the books I have written. So that's about me. Anybody wants to know more about me, please ask me a question. You can unmute yourself or you could type in a question in the chat window. I'll be more than glad to answer. Or you can always write GTG, which means good to go. And one of the learnings I've got through virtual sessions is no communication is also communication. So when people are there's no communication, one should understand the time for us to move on. All right. So what we're going to do is, while we get into what do we need to do in terms of 2025, but what is it that we have, what are our reflections for last 2024 from the years just gone by? And I'm going to share some of them. Due to the paucity of time, I will not be able to get elaborated too much. However, feel free to stop me and ask for any more clarifications in case if you wish. The first reflection I got is time flies. There's a term called tempus fugit, which means time flies. And I can tell you, I don't even realize where did 2024 go by. I did a lot of things. However, when I look back, I feel that it went like a jiffy. So please remember, time will fly. It's up to us. How do we make the best out of it? Right. Another reflection I got is be informed of the past and don't be limited by it. A lot of times, a lot of us think we attempt something, we are not able to do it, and we feel that we'll never be able to do it. Well, what you need to do is take a step back and ask yourself why you could not achieve what you wanted to achieve. Which means if you're not able to do it earlier, doesn't mean you cannot do it now. So be informed of the past and don't be limited by it. Most of us feel our reality is static. No, our reality is malleable. We can create what we want out of it. Well, this is very, very interesting. Number three, it is easy to start something and it is a challenge to sustain. Um, Last year was an amazing year in terms of the morning meditation exercises. In fact, there are so many of you who were always with me in the morning. Um, it was very difficult. When I say it was very difficult, it was very easy to announce, okay, tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock or 5:30 in the morning, we'll meet. But because of travel, sometimes I was just operating on a 2 hour sleep. But once it is committed, it has to happen. It has to happen. I think I was just taking a stock out of 365 days. There were 300 days we were actually logged in, right? So it's an effort. So please understand whenever you commit to something, it's easy to start, it's a challenge to sustain. And when you say it's a challenge to sustain, it's like come what may, you have to do it. You have to do it. Yeah. So that's something which is extremely critical. And the only way you can ensure that you can do what you want to do is stay committed to it. And you can commit to it only when you start enjoying it. Right. Uh, Number four, if you think you are gifted, you have a responsibility to share that gift with others. Of course, you are blessed, but you have a big responsibility to share that gift with the world. So whatever I feel that I can strike a conversation, I can inspire people, I can um, help people look at the positive part of life. So I think that is a blessing which I have. I can help people unlock their talent, their potential. What does that mean? I need to help them. I need to share that with others. So my submission to you is ask yourself, what is your gift? What do you think? Something which comes to you effortlessly. And once you decide on it, once you know it, please ask yourself, how can I share that gift with others so that they also get benefit out of it? Fifth, the more you help others, the more you will succeed. Now, this is very, very interesting. I've realized um, the more you help people to succeed, you will realize your success lies in there. So go out, help as many people as you can. And don't even think about what will you get in return. Life is to live in abundance, not in scarcity mentality. Not that I'm doing this for him or her, what may I get in return? It's okay, fine, it's all right. You will receive from somebody. Your job is to help people succeed and you will find your success. I'm a big, 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 big fan of affirmations. And I can tell you, as recent as a couple of days ago, I've written an affirmation about my business. It exactly happened the way I have written. Every time I write an affirmation, it comes true. I feel so inspired. However, they will work only if you believe in them, whichever way you will believe. Whether you say affirmations don't work or affirmations work, whichever way you believe, it works. Right. So my recommendation to, and there are some people who are in this session who are practitioners of affirmations do work. And if you want to have any more questions about affirmations, send me a direct message or send me a message or send me an email. I'll send you a couple of videos on that. Another interesting insight I got is that being grateful is directly proportional to being peaceful. Because at the end of the day, we want to feel happy, we want to feel at peace, we want to feel satisfied. The more we look at what we have, we realize, and rather, I realize that the more grateful you are, the more peaceful you feel. Otherwise, there's a constant feeling of wanting, I don't have this, I don't have that. Look at what you have, appreciate it, be grateful, and you realize it is directly proportional to being peaceful. I'm a firm believer of this quote by Rumi, which says, work is love made visible. I feel if you enjoy your work, if you love your work, it will show up. The output will show what you do. Output will show whether you're doing it in commitment mode or you're doing it in compliance. Output will tell us whether you're just doing it as a task or you're actually enjoying what you're doing. So master your craft. That gift what you have, master it. Right now, you will also realize that there are in this era of cut and paste. While we may project this is my work, but your essence is not there. People would know. This fruit is not from this tree. So you need to master your own craft, right? And last but not the least, this too shall pass, whatever it may be, whether it is happy moment, whether it is sad moment, whether it is you're feeling upset or depressed or feeling elated, whatever it is, this too shall pass. So these are something which I thought I will quickly assimilate my reflections from the year gone by before we jump into the next part. Any comments, thoughts? Let me also look at the chat window if there is any questions here. Point number 4. Yes, I will. Okay, point number 4. If you think you're gifted, you have a responsibility to share it. Now, ask yourself, what's your gift? Now, what is a gift? Each one of us is gifted. For example, I have a very high positive disposition about life. However bad the situation may be, I find for that gem. I find for that one instance of positivity if there are 99 events of negativity. Now, tempus fugit means time flies. It's a Greek word. Tempus is time. Fugit means fugitive will also come from the word fugit. So time will fly, right? Tempus. That's what tempus fugit means. Uh, so once you identify what your gift is, you need to share it with others. Don't just keep it. As children, we were told sharing is caring. But as we grow old, somehow we learn the ways of life and we don't share. We feel insecure in sharing. So whatever knowledge you have, think of it like this. Um, People do take honey from the honeybees, but they cannot take away the technique of how to make that honey. That's the kind of conviction you should have with your gift. Share. The more you share, the more you will receive. And I can tell you, when I understood this, and I'm living this for last couple of years. Last year was much more than the degree was much higher compared to the other years. When you start sharing with others, you realize, uh, you start receiving from so many different corners of the life. You don't even know from where. And I think to me, my personal reflection is that when somebody tells me that, Jimmy, you had told me this and this is what I am because of that conversation or because of that input, I think my job is done. Money is always a byproduct. My job is done. Yeah. I will do that. Priyanka says consistency is my biggest challenge of 2024 and that's why my focus is going to be hence this. Oh, okay. You know, I'm glad Priyanka you are here. Now, consistent. Why don't we become consistent? Only because we are pushing ourselves. We're not enjoying. The moment we pick up something which we enjoy doing, we don't have to, push ourselves. Think of it like this. Go back to our childhood. Imagine we had to go, you're going out to play with your friends, you have to go play a football or a badminton or anything for that matter. No, and let's say 6 o'clock in the morning, you're going out for a walk or playing. Your mom, your dad, or anybody elder will not say, okay, beta, get up, you have to go and play.
Right.
You automatically will get up and not at 6 o'clock. If you're 5:45, you're there in the playground. Right? Because we used to enjoy it. We used to look forward to it. And today, think of it like this. When we leave our home and we say, I'm going to work, think of, imagine capturing your facial expression. Imagine when you were walking as children and telling your mother or father or somebody else, okay, I'm going to play. Imagine that facial expression.
Hmm.
right? So we know it, somewhere we have lost it in the transition, right? And one of the things which I will elaborate as we move on, and maybe I can jump the gun here, consistency will any day beat talent. Okay. So stay. I mean, there are some of the things which I will address in terms of the consistency, in terms of being disciplined. So maybe if still it is not answered or you don't find a way, do raise a red flag at the end of the session, Priyanka. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely.
number six, affirmations. Oh, I love affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements, um, which can actually help you rewire and can shift your mood instantly. Now, we don't realize, but neuroscience says each and every word what we use is a unit of energy. How we and where do we use our energy is absolutely up to us, right? So affirmations help you. Affirmations is like a action plan for that particular event, right? The only thing is you should know how to write the affirmations. To give you a very simple example, a lot of people write, I want to. Please understand, want will always remain a want. It has to be written in present tense. I have. Whether you have it or not is part two. But there is no concept of time and space, by the way, in this universe. There's no concept of time and space. We allocate, we allocate a task difficult or easy. And that is how things will become. So stay with me for some time. A lot of things which I'm going to cover, the habits which we want to bring in 2025. But my recommendation to all of you in the session, if you're not writing affirmations, please start writing affirmations and life will become magic. I can tell you from my own life. I'm writing affirmations from 2007 onwards. And I can tell you, life is like magic. It works like magic. How it works, I have no idea. Think of electricity with which we are connected today, or the internet. I don't know how it works, but I know how to utilize them. Similarly, we may not know how affirmations work. We may not know how affirmations work, but can we utilize that power? Yes. So there's a complete video on how to write an affirmations. I'll send that in the group. Yeah, because if I talk about it, um, the entire time will go in that. I will send that video to you on how to write affirmations, and I would want you to start writing affirmations. Well, Sumit is that one example. I can certainly very proudly say that, Sumit, if you allow me, I remember having a conversation with Sumit, I think 2007, 2008, where I was conducting a training session and Sumit walked up to me, spoke of something that he wants to become. 2007, okay, thank you. On that he wants to become an entrepreneur. Honestly, I don't remember I whatever I've told him. But fast forward couple of years, I think 2011, 2012. I suddenly got a call from Sumit and said, Jimmy, you do remember me? I am so and so. We met in one of the programs at Tata Motors. He used to work at Tal. And I wanted to become an entrepreneur. And today I'm the largest exporter of the biggest exporter of prosthetic limbs from India. Oh, wow. I mean, that was my fees, if you ask me. That's what keeps me going. And now what I do is every year, minus the COVID time though, we go and meet Sumit once in a year along with his team, and we do a training program for them. Yeah. So that's what keeps me going. Yeah. So that's what I say. If think you're gifted, you have a responsibility to share it. Yeah. And I'm sure he's going higher and upwards from here. Okay. So what about 2025? What are some of the habits for 2025? Please understand, I will not get into the cycle of habit, how to form a habit, but I'll tell you what you should do or what habits you need to cultivate. Okay. And maybe we can have some other session on how do you start a habit. Okay. Now, interestingly, you must have received a lot of forwards on this as well. All of us are WhatsApp University students. 2025 is a very interesting year from mathematical perspective and so many other ways to look at it. To me, it's a complete year. A lot of things which probably were pending with you or in your life 2025, you will see that they will get completed because 2025 itself is the year of completion. Why do I say so? Because sum of 2025 is 9. Any number you multiply by 9 will become 9. It's a magical number. Okay. And if you look at various belief systems, we have navgrahas. We have 9 fruits of Holy Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There are 9 forms of Durga we pray. There are 9 paths of enlightenment in Buddhism. And by the way, human gestation time is also 9 months before the baby is born, right? And of course, mathematical squares, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 9 squares. All those mathematics is there. But please remember, 2025 is going to be a very, very interesting year which will complete a lot of things which you are looking for closure on and achievement on. Okay. Okay. Number one, habit number one, which I would want you to build is, in today's fast paced world, I want you to go slow. And when I say go slow, savor every moment. The cup of tea you get, the cup of coffee you're sipping, maybe the cookie you're having, maybe the color of the leather of the chair you are sitting on right now, maybe the laptop, maybe the keys, anything and everything around you. Be more conscious. Go a little slow. It's okay. However, I also see a lot of times we are under a lot of pressure. Now, what pressure I'm talking about? I'm talking about pressure which is posted by social media. I see my friends posting the pictures of holidays and I wonder, why am I not going? I see my friends posing with the picture of a new car they have bought and I wonder, what am I doing? I'm not successful. So first of all, stop comparing yourself with others. And when people compare, I always share this story, um, a story of a crow. Once a crow went to the swan and said, you know what? Life should be like you. One should be like you, absolutely spotless, white in color, right? And I'm just a crow. Look at me. People don't like me at all. Look at my color. The swan said, you know what? I don't think, crow, you have met a parrot. My life is no good. Parrot's life is great. Look at the way the parrot color, the colors, the beak color, so on and so forth. So the crow flew to the parrot and said, Parrot, I want to be like you. Look at your beautiful wings, your lovely red color beak. The parrot said, you know what? I don't think you have seen the peacock. I wish I was like a peacock, because peacock life is an amazing life. Crow flew to the peacock and said, you know what, peacock? I want to be like you. Look at your beautiful feathers. Look at your body. The way you dance is so amazing. Peacock said, all that is fine, but you know what? I want to be like a crow. I can go anywhere because right now I'm in a cage in a zoo. Now, this is what the reality is. We always start comparing ourselves with others without even realizing what we have is sufficient enough, or let's be grateful enough for that. Okay. And what is 10% rule? The speed at what you walk, reduce it by 10%. The speed at what you talk, reduce it by 10%. The way you dress up, accentuate it by 10%. I always tell people, do not dress up for the position you have. However, dress up for the position you wish to have. Let me repeat this. Do not dress up for the position you have. However, dress up for the position you wish to have. So that's something which I would want you to follow. That's habit number one. Habit number two, write down what you wish to achieve in 2025. Now, this is very, very interesting exercise, and I recommend this to all of us. Please write down what all you wish to achieve in 2025. And I always say, uh, you need to look at all the facets of life. And always give the example of the farmer. When the farmer is sowing, he will sow the seeds across the field. He will not put all the seeds in one place in the field. Similarly, in life, we need to focus on all the facets of life. Okay, money is important, which is the economic need. What about the physical well-being? What about the mental well-being? Okay, what about the time you're going to spend with the family? So look at all those facets, and remember, universe is magical, not rational. When you're writing what you wish to achieve, please come out of that mode whether it is possible or not. That's part number two for us to decide. And remember, and when you write that, remember, universe is magical, it's not rational. The moment you add rationality, you get stuck. Now, did you some of you might have realized that uh, life is not the way it is, or life is not the way I wish it to be. I have been writing affirmation, but still it is not happening. or I have been following certain practices, but it's not giving me the results. So let's understand a very, very simple principle. It's called mirror principle. Your mirror is nothing but it is going to give you the reflection of what or who the person standing in front of the mirror is. So here in life, your life is the reflection, the images of the mind. Whatever image is in front of the mirror, the reflection will come accordingly. And most of us, um, look at taking care of the reflection. We do not take care of the image without even realizing. Till the time the image is taken care of, reflection will not change. And I'm sure some of you would remember that Ghalib, Mirza Ghalib share, and somebody can help me complete that as well. I think तमाम उम्र में आईना साफ करता रहा, धूल तो मेरे चेहरे पे थी, or something like that, right? So what we need to do is we need to understand our mindset. And let's go a little deeper when I say mindset. And I think this is the crux of today's session as well. So in case if you want me to repeat something, do let me know. Now we have couple of different levels of mindset here. Three-dimensional is the conscious mind, the reality, what you see around. It's a three-dimensional world. Whatever is happening to you, your life, what you see around you, all that is happening through 3D. Then there is a word called 4Ds. It's subconscious mind. Okay, and that's where the image is formed. That image is something which gets into your life, and they're nothing but the core beliefs. For example, in my understanding, a typical middle class upbringing in India, you will realize uh, excess money is bad. Money brings evil. And I'm sure some of you can relate to what I'm saying here. The moment we have these kind of core beliefs, you will realize we will always wonder where the money is. Money, earning more money is bad, because that has been rooted, into our childhood, in our core beliefs, right? Some of us, you will realize, paisa tikta nahi hai. The moment the money comes in, it has to go away. It will go away. Okay. And the most interesting part is you will realize, if you go a little deeper, beyond 4D, there's a world which is called the 5D, which is called the quantum field, which is the field of possibilities. And think of it like this, that the field of possibility is nothing but um, the waves, okay, or so to say, these are things which you don't see, but they are there. For example, if you heat up water, okay, it turns into vapors. You can't see vapors, but it is there, unless otherwise you condense them. Similarly, uh, all these waves, they are operating at a particular frequency. If and you will realize your core belief is attracting that frequency. If my core belief is money is difficult to get, money brings evil, even though you will get money, but you will also get evil. And that's why I say your beliefs is nothing but the GPS of your brain, right? We don't realize what we are thinking, right? Think of if some of you are wondering, what are my core beliefs? Think of very simple things. Take stock of your current life. It is nothing but the result of your core beliefs. Take a look at your bank balance. It's nothing but a result of your core beliefs. And it does require a certain amount of conscious effort and an honest effort with your own self. Sometimes we don't even accept that this is my core belief. Now, whether you accept it or not, we all have used the Google Maps, the GPS coordinates. In life, the GPS coordinates are beliefs. Our brain also has a GPS, and the coordinates are our beliefs. Those beliefs will attract that kind of a frequency, is something which will form my reality. So this is something which I would really want you to work on. Be aware of this. Please remember, there is no concept of time and space in the universe. There's enough abundance around us. If a person A is able to get that abundance in life, each one of you deserve that abundance in your life. Isn't it? So I'll probably take a pause here because this is extremely critical for you to understand. Just to check if there are any questions, let me go to the chat window if there are any questions. Okay, there are none. Have you understood this? This is called the mirror principle. Extremely critical for us to understand. उम्र भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे दिखे. Correct, absolutely, Swami, absolutely. And that's what, unless otherwise we take care of our mindset, our life will not change. Okay, so think of it like Rishiji. Of course, it's a very deep, subject, but what we see, I will summarize it again. I will summarize it again. What we have today, what we see around us is our 3D world. Okay, that is our current reality. Now, what has shaped our reality is our 4D and the 5D world. Think of it like this, that 4D, our subconscious mind forms certain beliefs, certain way of doing things, certain way of living life. And they are given to me. I have developed them over a period of time. Some of them are core beliefs, some of them I keep on changing. Okay. Now, depending upon what my belief is, I will attract that kind of frequency, right? Which is coming from your field of possibilities. There's a lot of research on quantum physics. The quantum physics is 5D, the world of 5D. So here, think of a core belief. I always speak of, let's say, money. Most of us can relate to it. If my core belief about money is money comes easily to me, money comes in abundance to me, if that is a core belief, I will attract that kind of frequency, and I will see that in my reality. However, most of us, I come from a typical middle class background here in India. We have been given a lot of misconceptions, if I may use that word, about money, which somehow, somewhere or the other, become our core beliefs. So the need is to be aware of what those core beliefs are. Are they impacting my life in a positive manner, or are they impeding my progress? So the first exercise, maybe to if you take a deep dive here, is write down all what you think your core beliefs are. And one of the very simplest way to do that is look at, if you have abundance of money, that talks about what is your belief about money. If you have scarcity of money, you will realize that's your belief about money, because that is something which has come in reality, right? So you need to ask yourself what your beliefs are and how are they showing up in your real life, as in your current reality. What do you need to do in case if you should change them, so that life becomes better from what it is today? If you're happy with your life, that's fantastic. Whatever core beliefs you have formed earlier are working well for you. But for majority of us, probably we need to change few things. That's typically is the way you can understand the world of 3, 4D, and 5D. Um, think of those analog radios. When we used to move the knob, okay, and one place they will the needle will stop. You are able to catch the frequency. You can listen to the radio. Similarly here, all these XXXXX which have formed in 5D, they are different frequencies. The movement and each one of them is aligned to one of our core beliefs. Whatever our core beliefs are, we'll attract that kind of an frequency, and that will show up in our reality. Yeah. And there's another important thing which I always tell people. Think of, if I tell you that you wake up tomorrow morning and you will realize there's a unexpected income of, let's say, 50,000 rupees, okay, 1 crore rupees in your account. Most of us will wonder, how can it happen? But imagine let's say your surname is not what your surname today is. You come from a business family, like, let's say, Ambani's or Adani's or Tata's, right? Maybe you will say, okay, fine, I can get an unexpected income of 1 crore rupees tomorrow. So which means our current reality is shaping up our point of view in life. Yeah. So that's what we need to understand. What is my core beliefs, which are bringing reality to me? And this requires little, I would say, a serious deep dive for each one of us, right? And we are at the beginning of the year. Even though my belief is nothing changes between yesterday and today except the date change on the calendar, but look at the enthusiasm with which we are starting and wishing everybody. One might wonder, one might ponder, why can't we live every day with the same enthusiasm? Isn't it? Anyway, that's something which has to be um, spoken on some other day, some other topic. Now, again, going back to the habit number two, after you've understood this world of reality and possibility, whatever you wish to achieve in 2025 can be yours. But whatever you want to achieve, ask yourself, what are your beliefs about what you have written? Because they will define whether you will achieve it or not, whether you will get it or not. More often than not, when people say, oh, I don't think I can get that, the belief is, okay, fine, I don't want it. Yeah. So that's extremely critical. Are we good here? GTG? Okay, cool. Let's move on. Yeah. Okay, so next is habit number three, do write affirmations. And when I say write affirmations, remember to write an affirmation in positive words and in present tense, which means I am so happy and grateful such that I have. For example, I wish to have, let's say, a bedroom house. I can write, I'm so happy and grateful such that I have or I live in a 4 BHK house. But the question is where, how big that would be, which locality do you want. The more clear you are, faster it will come to you. Okay. Think of it like this. We go to a restaurant. When we order food, we are very clear on what we want. We pick up from the menu. This is what I want, and we eliminate everything else. And we do not go with the waiter. Acha, just show me. How will you cook it? There's an extreme amount of trust and belief that yes, it will be delivered to me the way I expect it to be. And yes, it is given to you. Same thing works for affirmations. You write an affirmation, and when you write an affirmation, you write with positive intent, then absolute faith and trust, and write in positive in present tense. Right. For example, you could say, I am so happy and grateful such that I have a duplex house in Thane in Mumbai, which is about 2000 square feet. I am sitting in the balcony having a cup of coffee and looking at the beautiful view from my balcony. Yeah. So there are multiple ways in which you can write affirmations about anything and everything. And remember, affirmation works more for positive things than negative things. But you'll be surprised to know there's nothing called negative or positive in the world of neuroscience with our brain. Whatever affirmations we write, it works. Yep. Moving forward, habit number four. As I said, affirmations do come true provided you believe in them. Learn a new skill. Readers are leaders. The more you learn, the more you earn. So do read. Develop a habit of reading. Um, Also, you will realize that in the fast paced world, which is all AI these days, a lot of things have become mundane. A lot of things, a lot of jobs would be replaced by AI. So, how can you stay in your A game? Either you learn something to do with AI, or the maybe the easier way would be learn fields which which gets impacted by the AI, which means you become a catalyst using the AI in different ways, right? Whatever it could be, learn a new skill, be a lifelong learner. And maybe you can start figuring out what is a new skill you wish to learn, right? It could be your leadership skills, it could be a technical skill, it could be anything, but do learn. Habit number five, it's really helped me this year, journaling. Random thoughts, daily, you can do daily reflections. You can take stock of your past, you can figure out how you want your future to be, but whichever way you want, do right. And what I've done is I've kept the same document, the same notebook. I write affirmations in the same one. I do also do journaling. Just 5 minutes, just 10 minutes. It's not that you have to write an essay of 1,000 words or 5 pages. Just uh, simple words, and you don't have to question. Uh, this is the most interesting part I've realized when I do journaling. I just go absolutely with the flow, and when I say with the flow, I don't even question why I'm writing what I'm writing. Think of a journaling prompt. Let me share one journaling prompt for you to practice. Um, think of 2024. What is the highlight, or what is something which gave you joy, right? And how do you wish to build on that in 2025? Let me repeat this. Think of some activities, think of an event which give you a lot of joy in 2024. And how do you wish to build on it in 2025? Do some journaling on this. Maybe for 5-10 minutes, you'll be surprised at what you will write for yourself. Habit number 6, apply blue ocean strategy in life. Some of you are practitioners of blue ocean strategy, but it's not for the product and processes. You can also apply in your life, which means what? The four things which you should take care of, while applying blue ocean strategy in life is: what is that you wish to eliminate? What is that you wish to reduce? What is that you wish to raise? And what is that you wish to create in life so that you become a better version of who you are? What are some of those habits which you want to eliminate, which are not helping you? What are some of the non-productive things you do? You want to reduce them. What are the things which are helping you? You can raise. What are the new things which you wish to create in your life? So these four things: eliminate, reduce, raise, and create. They are the pillars of blue ocean strategy. Habit number 7. Now, this is extremely important and very difficult. Listen, listen, and listen. And when I say listen, listen with intention, which means whatever is happening around you, just focus on the person who is talking to you. Listen with compassion, listen with empathy, and listen without interrupting. Most of us have this habit of interrupting people. The other person is not even completed, but we end up interrupting. Okay, so listen to the person, just be there, and you're doing a great service to the person who is talking to you. Two more habits to go. I've thought of 9 habits. So consistency. This is what I was telling in the beginning. Consistency beats talent. And when I say consistency beats talent, the pain of regret is much more than the pain of discipline. Being disciplined will be painful. You will have to stretch yourself. Sometimes you don't want to do things, but you will have to. The challenge here, Priyanka, again, you can go back to your question. The challenge is we all optimize this finish line. We need to optimize the start line. For example, if I say I want to lose 10 kgs of weight, is a finish line. The start line is I can say, okay, fine, I'll start exercising, I'll take care of my diet, so on and so forth. That's optimizing the start line. Okay. And the habit number 9, Sampurna Samropna Pravapana, which means let's focus on all the facets. Your body. Remember, as you live life, you will realize that the only person who will stay with you is your body. So how you are taking care of the temple, your body. Do your exercise. Stay in top form of your physical well-being. Focus on the food, what you are eating. Eat, eat in a way which will nourish you. Okay, well, you can indulge. However, uh, eat more and more raw vegetables, raw fruits, something which will nourish you. Okay, your mindset is extremely critical. What I call CPM is consistent positive mental attitude. Build your resilience, bring your strengths, the mental strength, and you will realize you're becoming a very gritty person. Be future ready. Look ahead, which means when I say be future ready, what you're doing today, imagine tomorrow something happens and the skills what you have are no good for anything. What will you do? So you got to stay ahead. Be future ready. What kind of skills you can ask yourself? Uh, Neuroscience says the more focused you are in terms of what you wish to achieve, the more healthy you will be. It enhances your immunity. So my recommendation is do a 30 days goal, a monthly goals, and looking at all the facets of life. Write them down, put them somewhere, where you can remember that this is something which I wish to achieve. You can, but it's up to you. You can always have an yearly goal broken up into quarterlies, monthly, weekly, and daily goals, right? But do have those goals, because when you don't have goals, what may also happen is, think of an air. You are a pilot of an aeroplane. It's full with fuel, but you don't know where to go, right? So your goals, what you want to achieve, are sense of purpose, sense of direction. Okay. Uh, Acknowledge your support system. Now, what are the support system? Your friends, family, parents, if you're living with them. The entire support system which helps you grow. Acknowledge them, thank them, and nourish them. And you will realize that um, it's because of that support system you're able to succeed. So when you're taking care of your support system, you're actually taking care of your success. And the most important part here is your personal image. What do you stand for? What are your values? What do you think your worth is? Most of us do not realize this, but even though our Instagram posts, our LinkedIn posts are personal to us, right? But whatever we post is a projection of who you are, where do you come from, and what your belief system is. While we may say that's not the case, but most of the people end up perceiving them like that. So you need to build your own personal brand. Okay. So these are some of the things which I want you to do. What's the time right now? It's almost 4:53. We have about 5-7 minutes for a Q&A. Meantime, if you're not following me, you can always follow me. This is my Instagram, my YouTube, and my LinkedIn. So I'll probably stop here, and let's look at the chat if there are any questions. Oh, there are a couple of chats here. Okay, I love doing it. Thanks to your Habitat Development 24. Yeah, Harpreet ji, please continue to do so. By the way, tomorrow morning again, we restart our morning meditation. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let me stop sharing. Yeah, just to share with everybody. So tomorrow morning onwards for 9 days, we're going to have a schedule of 9 days. Every day morning from 6 to 6:30, we're going to meet. Um, we do meditation. We do different. Sometimes we do journaling. Sometimes we do affirmations. A combination. In fact, if I must call out Harpreet, uh, I must call out Avinash, Selvam, Satish. Some of the people have been very, very regular in the last 1 year, and my gratitude to you people, because you also make me, go the extra mile. Okay, so thank you so very much. Let me stop recording, and we can have a Q&A if you want. Thank you so much for joining in.